Hey friend, it's Mesha with the Golden Nugget of the Day to help you along your way. Last week we were talking about sowing in tears and reaping in joy. And as I was reading my word, I've come to find that there are so many verses that talk about sowing in tears and reaping in joy. Why? I believe it's because I'm not alone. I'm not by myself when it comes to being at this point of I've sown and I'm just believing God to create a harvest from what I've sown. I'm believing that my harvest is here. It's here now, but I'm at this point of waiting on God to manifest it. So I was reading, and last week we were in Psalms 126 and verse 5. Let's read verse 6 today. All right, we'll read it in the NRSV version. It says, "Those who go out weeping, bearing the seed for sowing, shall come home with shouts of joy, carrying their sheaves." My God, today, do you understand what that verse is saying? That man sowed his seeds. He cried. That planter, he sowed his seeds, crying over, the soil. Is the soil rich enough to birth this seed forth in a harvest? Will the rain come like it's supposed to? Is the weather conducive to this seed growing? A minister may be sowing the word of God out to people, the sinner, and he's crying out for the sins of the people, not knowing if the word will be received on good ground. Whatever you are sowing, you may have to cry out tears to put that thing out, but you are believing God that your harvest is coming. And that's what this verse says, that as he sowed his seeds in tears, he shall come home with shouts of joy, carrying their sheaves. What are sheaves? It's bundles of wheat. He planted one seed. It probably took one hand to throw out the seed. But when his harvest arose, he had arms full of sheaves to carry back. That's what his harvest looked like. You may plant one seed, but when you plant one seed, it's going to birth a bountiful harvest. Listen, I want to encourage you, because many of us are at this point of sowing. We've sown and we are crying out to God, not knowing, whether or not it's going to come up the way we desire it to, but we cannot let our weeping stop our sowing. We are sowing in tears to reap in joy. Listen, we are believing that God is going to do it. So I'm going to speak this word over your life. You receive it. I want you to hold on to it. Plentiful shall be your harvest, and great shall be your joy. I said last week, you may have to cry. Cry if you must. Water those seeds, because joy is coming. Harvest is here, y'all. Be excited with me. I'll talk to y'all next week. I love y'all.